It's very sad, isn't it, that these little shops have closed? Very sad. We're losing communities, we're losing that personal feel, people knowing each other, everyone's becoming more separate in their lives. I actually live in a part of London I've moved specifically to because it's a little villagey area, and it has a little high street. It's like the old-fashioned high street. It's got a little chemist, a little bakers, a hairdressers, greengrocers, everyone knows your name, an Italian in the deli, you know, and it's lovely. But of course I do, and I try and use that as much. I think you should support your local business as much as possible. But we are getting swamped with the, you know, huge chains, and I'm susceptible to the advertising, the cheap clothes, the availability and the choice that they offer is very tantalising and almost irresistible. So my favourite shop, I don't know, I wouldn't want to give them the advertising.
My favourite clone high street store is Topshop, because they sell excellent clothes. And but then this is a tricky one for me because I have done a documentary on ethical fashion, so I know it's bad to shop there, and yet still pulled in by their prices, having seen that sometimes high street shops use sweatshops, pretty much most of them actually. But yeah, that's my favourite shop. But yeah, I do think it's bad that most of them have closed down.
I think I would, you know, I'm going to be honest and say that, you know, probably along with a lot of other people, the likes of Topshop, I probably would be quite lost without. But, you know, it doesn't necessarily make it right. But I also like my small little shop, my little tailor shop that's been around the corner for me since I was born, so 21 years.
Probably Ann Summers. No, I don't go shopping much. Sometimes I go to Sainsbury's, but yeah, I do try and buy stuff from a shop which is independent, and I prefer independent shops anyway. And I do miss, you know, having the butchers, bakers, candlestick makers.
But there must be one that you use because of ease of use.
Yeah, I go at Sainsbury's because Jamie Oliver's so lovely. No, I go at Sainsbury's because it's close. But.
And would you, if you had more of an option to use small shops, would you patronise them rather than going to a massive faceless chain?
Yeah, no, well, I don't always go to Sainsbury's. But obviously, I'd favour the smaller shops, anything with a bit of independence and character, which is what you're lacking in this sort of bland, hard-faced corporate high street world, which is increasingly becoming.
Tesco's, because of Krispy Kremes. No, what's my favourite what now?
Clone high street shop.
Clone high street. What's a clone high street shop?
Just thinking about the eradication of sort of family-owned shops that have formed sort of clusters of communities for years that are disappearing, and they've been replaced as kind of identikit stores. Do you have a favourite, and if so?
Well, as in specific, what, like Top Man, things like that?
Where do you like to spend your time retail-wise?
I fucking hate shopping. I read an article recently by Boris Johnson. I used to live in Islington, live in Finchley now, but he wrote an article about how Krispy Kreme donuts, is that what they're called? Yeah. Crispy something or other, fucking sugar fest donuts, had won him over with Tesco's. When they built that new Tesco's, he started a campaign to he told his family to boycott it, and because he, you know, thought it was terrible that all these old family businesses were being driven out. And throughout the article, halfway through, he mentions that his son wanted to go to Tesco's and get donuts, and that he eventually became a hypocrite and walked into Tesco's. And by the end of it, he's saying Tesco's are brilliant, and who wants to walk around stuffy old stinking family-owned businesses anyway?
It's reassuring, isn't it?
So many politicians to kill, not enough time.
Not enough guns.